So I'm going to be doing this book recap on A Broken Blade by Melissa Blair. My book recap is going to include spoilers, so if you haven't read the book and you don't want to know what happens, stop now, back up, stop, rewind, don't listen. But if you want to know and remember what happened in this book before you read her second book in this series, then stick with me and I'm going to go through it. So to start, A Broken Blade, my overall rating of this book, I would say like a 7 out of 10. It had very great world building, had good plot lines, a lot of murder scenes, not much smut. They only had one real smutty incident and it was at the end. But so for my recap of this book, A Broken Blade follows the main character of Kira. She is a assassin for a kingdom that eons ago had decreed that halflings, which are half human, half fae, are property of the kingdom. She is a halfling, and so she belongs to the king of this kingdom, and because she is so skilled, she is the Blade, which is the main assassin. The army for this book are called Shades. They are basically a group of women who are trained and very skilled in hand-to-hand combat, and they fight alongside the Blade, who's really the lead. This book goes along following Kira as she is trying to take down the king because she does not agree with the halfling decree, and there's a lot of repression of her people. Along the way, she interacts with a character called the Shadow, which is like her counterpart. He actually, we don't know through the book if he's good or bad, but the king tells Kira that she has to murder him, kill him, you know, the assassin, that's what she's gonna do. She goes through the book trying to figure out what his deal is, you know, trying to figure out where he is. She travels to the Fae land, which is different from where she's living. Lo and behold, she falls, enemies to lovers trope, alert. She does end up falling for the Shadow. She realizes that the Shadow works with a bigger network that is actually also trying to take down the king. So through that, she then delves into this relationship, this secret pact, really trying to develop trust between her and the Shadow so that they can trust one another and be successful in taking down the kingdom. The one thing I will note is that this book was clearly written to like gear up for the second book, which wasn't my personal liking when I first got it, which was back in January, because obviously the second book wasn't out yet. However, once the second book came out, I couldn't remember really what happened, so I had to actually reread the book, which I didn't mind. I have it obviously in paperback and audio version, so I kind of did a mixture of both. But yeah, overall, definitely a good book, but it really did kind of gear you towards the second book, which is actually out. And the second book is called, sorry, I'm leaning into you, A Shadow Crown. So if you want any more details about A Broken Blade, please let me know. I will do a mini review and a bigger review. I will post it on psychaboutbooks. And that's all I got for you. So if you need anything else or you want to recommend any book recaps, let your girl know.